welcome back to this month's video, or should I say, the last video to record and upload for 2022. We made it, finally. It's the end of another year. Can't believe how quick it's gone by. I'm excited to talk about next year's plan, but first let's do a little recap of what 2022 had to offer, at least for me. There's been a lot going on in the world for sure, but we're gonna keep it on Jetmouse 45 content here for a moment. I'm gonna start off with the most prominent occurrence for 2022 was the national exam. If anybody's been following me on Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot, you'll know the ups and downs of the whole journey with the national exam. So it's been a complicated matter, but for now, my plan is to take the exam in early 2023. And then after that, once I have a little bit more of an update, I'm gonna post a separate video talking about that, because that is a whole matter unto itself that deserves a whole video, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But we're gonna talk a little bit about the cheerful matters that happened this year, just some good stuff that happened. So first was the release of my book, Normal. That came out in early January. Of course, I always have the link posted down below. So for those that sent messages to me, once you read my story and whatnot, those who left reviews, thank you. I carry those in my heart daily. Just thank you for that. Then we had the May Mental Wellness Challenge, which I feel like was a huge success this year, probably because of the Reels and the TikToks. And then I did the compilation video towards the end of May. I feel like with doing the Reels, I did have to get a bit more creative. It's not just like, oh, take a photo and then post. It was like, okay, like what audio am I gonna use? What kind of sound am I gonna use? So I definitely had to be a little bit more creative with that, but that's okay. Still had a lot of fun. Hoping next year's plan, it'll probably be more or less the same. So if you want to participate next year, I think it'll mark 4 years of doing mental wellness challenges. I love doing them. I love doing like countdown challenges and stuff, so that's probably my favorite one. So another thing is I am also a cosplayer. I have a whole separate channel where I post cosplay content. And another thing too is I founded and host Cosplay Tea Time. That's also a separate channel of a podcast with cosplayers. So I feel like at this point it's going well. It's going pretty strong. I love dressing up. I love doing silly little dress-up things and talking with folks about their cosplay experience or about different anime themes, so be sure to check out Cosplay Tea Time as well. We have so much more fun content coming up. So many months ago I posted a video about Shattered Nights, how I joined. I think right after that I became one of the head directors and whatnot. Still in that project. It's been a little bit slower. But we are looking for writers and artists, so if you're watching out there and you're a writer or an artist, and you want to learn more about Shattered Nights, be sure to message the Instagram page. I'll have the link down below, of course, because we could definitely use folks for the project. It would help speed up things a bit. Okay, so speaking about projects, I do have plenty more projects on the horizon for 2023, but I'm kind of keeping them hush-hush for now. So if you want to figure out what those projects are, make sure you subscribe. Check out my other pages and whatnot. There's always something going on. Okay, so let's talk about good old YouTube, because of course I'm uploading this video to YouTube. This is kind of my review / YouTube review. So with YouTube, I did my first premiere, video premiere with Normal. Most of the time I just upload them. I don't do the premiere. I've been to YouTube premieres and whatnot, but Normal was my very first one. So, and then my second one, which is the Red Wall, and that's actually my #1 popular video right now. So thank you all for joining and liking. It was a long progress for sure. So, and not only is Red Wall my second premiere, it was also my first collab. I got to collab with Chef Emily Emmerich, which was a whole lot of fun, and we're probably planning another collab. That's probably another project I'm keeping hush-hush for now. So again, really excited. I also reached 1,000 views. I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it is to me. I've only been on YouTube for about 3 years now. I think I posted in early 2020. I've been around on YouTube for a while, but as far as like posting content, it's been a more recent thing. So I'm hitting all of these like small milestones, but they're big milestones to me. And definitely seeing like 1,000 views, like people watching my videos, probably me watching my own videos and whatnot. I am that TikTok audio. I watch my own videos. I do it. So yeah. I also got community posts back. I used to have community posts when I first started doing YouTube videos, and then it got taken away because you had to reach a certain milestone or something. But then just like the last couple months it's been back, and I'm like, okay. It helps a little bit, I guess. So but yeah, so again, these little goals might seem so minor and whatnot, but to me it's a big step. It's like, yes, now we can go to the next one. I did have a few questions as far as content and what I do and stuff, which is, should I do like day-to-day vlogs or like a weekly vlog? I feel like I'm pretty boring. I'm not the most interesting person. The things that get the most attention are whenever I'm like with family or I'm on vacation or something, that kind of generates a bit more views. Sometimes I travel and I forget to film. That's also been an issue, unless it's like I remember to film, or it's like, okay, I want to film this specific thing. Most of the time I'm just like there to experience, or I'm taking photos, which should go on Instagram. So I want to do more of how did I get into X fandom, like a certain fandom. I did that with the RWBY fandom, because that's kind of what I'm known for, and a lot of people have been asking me like, how did you join RWBY? So I just made one video and I can just send them the link. There's a few others that I want to do, but I'm kind of like on the fence. So if you want to see more of those, do let me know. And then, as I mentioned before, doing another collab with Chef Emily, of course, trying to figure out what to do, what to make, as well as my cosplay and cooking videos. I've been posting, you know, like in character, like cooking as that character, sounding like that character and whatnot, and then like eating the food I'll kind of post here. It's always something. It's like, ah, gosh. But yeah, those are fun to film. A lot of planning though. I feel like most of the time when you do YouTube, there's so much planning you have to do. It's not just like sit down and make a video. Like I had to plan out a script. I have to figure out what I'm going to talk about. When it's cooking, it's like, okay, well, what ingredients do I need? You know, what's the time frame? It's like there's so much work that goes into this, so it's pretty crazy. Crazy good. Alright, so now we're moving into word of the year. So pretty much the last couple years I've been setting like a word to use. Last year my word was peace. I do not feel peace. I feel like this shirt best represents me. I'm fine, everything's fine, I'm feeling frazzled. So I feel like the start of the year started out pretty good. You know, things were okay, maybe not like the best, but it was manageable. But then things started taking a turn down south, and then in early fall, just things were just collapsing around me. I kind of like shut myself in a bit, so there was a lot going on. I feel like since then things have like kind of smoothed over. I'm not gonna go into detail about it here, so if you're here for the tea, you're not gonna get any. Go to Cosplay Tea Time, enjoy a podcast, have some tea. But I'm not gonna get into it here because some of it is pretty personal. But you know, I just feel like everything was going good and then downhill. Full speed. So I feel like peace was definitely not achieved this year. I feel like that's kind of a lifetime occurrence, you know? You kind of have to experience peace as a daily, monthly, yearly type of thing. So I don't think it can be conquered in a year. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm at peace with myself and at peace with others, because there's always going to be something. I feel like I've definitely learned that this year. But I did want to mention too, you know, kind of like with the mental health thing, you know, I do like small activities to kind of, you know, when I'm feeling frazzled, I do like small things like journaling, coloring, sewing, watching a funny movie, stuff like that to kind of like help calm down a bit. So, and then I feel at peace, and then I'm like, all right, move on. So then that's word of 2023, which I feel like I feel is a little bit more achievable than peace, which word of the year for 2023 is grace. And I feel like you know, this is something that my supervisor texted me like once or twice this year, and I said, you know, give yourself grace. So, you know, I've done research on it, you know, like what's it mean? How can I let it apply to me? What does it mean going into 2023? So I think I just need to give myself a little bit more grace, you know, not beat myself up, living in self-doubt and all this stuff. So I'm gonna try to be a bit more graceful to myself and just be like, it's okay, you know, you can slow down, you can take your time, like, it's fine, it's life, happens. So that's the goal. Stay tuned for next year to see if I achieved it or not. We'll see how 2023 goes. I think I'm gonna tiptoe my way into 2023 and just be like, all right, how's it gonna go? Of course, leaves 2023 goals. So of course, big goal, take the exam. Again, video will come out explaining much more into detail. I don't have a lot of time to explain on here because this was just kind of the yearly review, but definitely it'll get a video on its own and I'll explain everything. Bring your teacups then. So I went ahead and published normal. You know, its first birthday is almost coming up, which is so exciting. But not only that, I feel like, you know, since I've graduated, since I've published a book, I feel like my creative juices have come back. So many folks know I love writing. I've always wanted to be a writer and whatnot. So now I'm excited to share, not in detail, that I am working on a new book. It's going to be a fantasy novel. It's mostly just been like, you know, world building, building my characters, building the world that they're in, the story, the plot. So it's been a lot of like the boring stuff, but it's very fascinating to me to be able to do this and in such detail, because beforehand I would just like put characters on a page and be like, all right, make it work. But now it's like I have to like think about it and figure out different things. I do have a new novel in the works. I don't know when it'll get published. I'm kind of working on that as well as like everything else, but it's kind of a way to relax and unwind and just really be creative and be myself in these characters. So it's fun. I'm having fun with it, and I think that's most important. So one last goal before we take off is, I feel like I have a lot of countdown challenges planned. Most of it just like, you know, leading up to like certain events, or just like, you know, day this, day that, day that. So I definitely know Mental Wellness Challenge is one. There's probably going to be one that's cosplay related, because I'll be celebrating 3 years of cosplay in March 2023. And then I think there's like 2 more. One that I've been seeing a lot of recently that I kind of want to try, and another one that's really going to take some work, and I've already started planning. It could happen this year. If not, it'll definitely happen next year. So we'll see how that one goes. That one I'm a little bit apprehensive about because I want to do something like really big with it, but it's just like, there's a lot of hoops you gotta jump through, and I'm just like, I'm just a simple baby YouTuber. I think it would be interesting to try, interesting to see. I think it would help raise awareness for a certain issue and whatnot, but it's just like, I don't know how to approach it. So that one's kind of like waiting in the wings, but I'm hoping that once I do get the okay and the go, I will definitely post like a short or a video just to say like, we're doing it. We're doing the crazy idea, the crazy of the crazy idea. No, it's not the collab with Emily, but anybody's wondering, that's something we're already might be planning a little bit about. Probably talking about next week once the holidays come around. We'll see. Lots of exciting stuff next year. Definitely the national exam, getting over that hurdle, and then working on a couple things. And then just like, you know, my content that I do, Cosplay Tea Time, Shattered Nights, cosplay, you know, what do I do? Day to day, if y'all want to see, I'm a pretty boring person. I don't do anything fun. We'll probably travel next year, and hopefully the countdowns, and how did I get into XYZ fandom. That's pretty much what I'm hoping to record next year, so, but yes, so that pretty much wraps up 2022 review. So putting 2022 behind me, still gonna learn, still gonna grow from those experiences and whatnot, and moving into 2023 with the grace to tell myself, like, it's okay, if things aren't working out, you'll find a way, you always do, you always have. So yeah, and hopefully planning lots of fun projects with folks, hopefully setting more goals for myself, achieving more and more goals, Maybe I'm not big, maybe I don't want to be big. I do this for myself, and that's something I had to tell myself today while doing before this. You're doing this for yourself, you're doing this so years down the road you can be like, wow. Either I was silly and thought, oh, I thought I could be an influencer and all this stuff, or you had simple goals and you achieved them, you didn't, you learned from it, you move on. That's life. That is life in a nutshell. Okay, enough of all of that. I just want to say, thank you everyone for the support over the past year, or years if you've been here for a long time. I'm truly grateful for all y'all sticking around and liking my content. Really makes me feel pumped up to want to do more. So I can't wait to share 2023's adventures and exciting plans with you all. So just want to say thank you. And I hope that you all have a good 2023. Share those resolutions, share those plans, share some ideas. Love to hear it. So, alright, until then, I hope everyone has a good and safe, happy new year. And I'll see you in 2023. So, peace, love, kindness. Bye, everyone.